guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Small Town 6. My name is Tiffany and I'm a stay-at-home mama of 4. I today am collabing with an awesome girl named Sarah. Her channel is called Sarah's Realm, and I've gotten to know her on Instagram and through this YouTube community, and I would love it if you would go when you're done with this video and check out her channel. It's going to be linked down below. Give her some love, let her know you sent me. She has a lot of cooking videos, grocery hauls. She's a mama of 3 and she's just an awesome person, and I hope you'll go check out her video. Our collaboration today is going to be Crockpot recipes. She's going to be putting a whole bunch of recipes on her video, and I've got 4 recipes on mine. So just to give you a whole bunch of different types of meal ideas that are easy and quick and yummy. So like I said, when you get done watching my video with the 4 Crockpot dinner recipes, go over to Sarah's and watch hers. Okay, so tonight's dinner is called Crockpot Italian Chicken. Super easy. It's 5 ingredients. All we're going to need is 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, or you can use cream of onion or whatever. 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 packet of ranch seasoning mix, 1.5 pounds of chicken, and then some noodles, whatever you want to serve with it. You can make it lower carb. I've already lined my crock pot with the liners that I get at Aldi's for about $1.46. We're going to put the ingredients in. First thing is we're going to take the chicken and either spray your crock pot or put a liner in it. Then take 2 cans cream of chicken soup, lay them over top of the chicken. Then we're going to take cream cheese and we're going to cut this up into cubes and lay it on top. Okay, then we're just going to cook this on low for 5 hours. If you have other things going on today, you can cook it on high for half that time. I'm going to cook it on high for about 2.5–3 hours. And then the noodles you cook separate. You'll just boil your water like you would normally and cook pasta just like the directions on the box say, because we're going to serve this over top of this. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to shred the chicken and place it back in the crock pot. Okay, now we're going to dump that back into the crock pot and stir it together while the noodles are cooking. Now we're going to combine the noodles to the crock pot mixture. dinner. Super easy ranch chicken with some homemade garlic bread and a side of peas as a vegetable tonight. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming a what's for dinner, and this is going to be a super easy crock pot recipe with very minimal ingredients. I'm using just a normal Pioneer Woman crock pot. I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't have the actual timer on it. It's very pretty, but it doesn't have the timer on it. So I've actually had the letters rub off of the machine, so I've had to write them in with a Sharpie so I know what setting they're on. So my next one is hopefully to get that Magnolia Farms one, which I have a birthday coming up soon, so maybe. Anyway, tonight we're gonna make roast for dinner. All I've got is a humongous roast. The recipe requires a 3-pound roast. I don't know what one this is. I'm actually not going to show it on film, but I'm going to have to cut this because it will not fit in my crock pot. But I got this when we ordered meat from Butcher last summer when there was like a humongous shortage of meat in the area. So we had to think fast when you have 6 people that have to eat and want meat for most of their meals. So we went ahead and did that, and it was by far cheaper than going to the grocery store. So I'm going to use that for today. You'll need 1 onion, 1 can of beef broth. It says a 12 ounce, but this is a 14.5 ounce can, so I'm just going to use the whole thing. Paprika, 1 packet of ranch seasoning mix, 1 packet of the onion soup mix. It doesn't have to be Lipton, just whatever kind you have on hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the beef broth put into the bottom of the crock pot. I've already put one of those liners in that I showed you before from Aldi's. These liners, which they sell them everywhere, but these liners leave you with minimal cleanup. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is take that can of beef broth, pour it in the bottom of the crock pot. Okay guys, now we're gonna take the roast and stick it in the crock pot. Don't judge mine, I had to cut it. I didn't want to share that online because it looks pretty nasty. So I've split mine into 2. I'm going to lay that in there. Then we're going to take an onion. This is not the accurate way to chop one, but we just need slices of onion because we're just going to put the onion around the side. Okay, so we're going to take the onion and just put it around the sides of the roast. And then we're going to cover this and cook this on low for 6 hours. Okay guys, here's the end result of the crock pot roast. I went ahead and drained all the juice out, and I actually went ahead and took some of the fat off of there because that's just nasty to show on camera. We're going to have this with some Instant Pot mashed potatoes. I actually just stuck potatoes and cauliflower together. I snuck that in there so the kids wouldn't notice. It's an easy way to get vegetables without even tasting them. And I put the potatoes chopped up, about 6 potatoes, and a bag of that frozen cauliflower, and stuck them in the Instant Pot for 10 minutes. And then I mixed them with some garlic and some Parmesan cheese and some cream cheese and stuff. So absolutely delicious. And then we'll serve it with a side of green beans. So there you go, super easy. There it is, guys. Okay guys, welcome back. Today we are making crockpot beef stew. This is a go-to recipe that I got years ago off Pinterest, and I've always used this because it's just simple and it tastes amazing when you make it. So what we need today is 2 packages of the onion soup mix. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. I have the generic. We need half a teaspoon of paprika. We need 2 pounds of lean beef stew meat, but Walmart didn't send me that, so this is actually just a little over a pound. I'll just try to slice this up a little smaller to make it stretch. And then we need 5 medium potatoes. I threw an extra one in there if you're counting my potatoes, because I just like to have a little bit of extra. Then we need 2 to 3 cups of baby cut carrots. Or you can put them in like this, but I like to cut them down a little bit because my husband's not a huge fan of the huge carrots. And then we need 2 10-ounce cans of cream of celery soup. Walmart subbed one, so I've got one of each brand. And a cup of ketchup. If you don't like ketchup, you can use tomato sauce in place of it. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and 1 onion. So what we will need to do is cut this onion up, dice it up into pieces. Also peel and cut the potatoes into cubes for the stew. So we'll get started on that. Okay, so next we're going to take 2 packets of onion soup mix. We're supposed to place it in a bag, but I don't have a bag big enough. I just have those little miniature bags, so I'm going to just use a bowl and hope it works. I've always used it the bag way. Then you're also going to use your paprika, the 1.5 teaspoons, I believe. Now we're going to take this and dump it in the bottom of your crock pot. And of course I've got my liner in, if you saw that earlier. And we're going to take the vegetables, the onions, the potatoes, and the carrots and layer them on top of the meat. Okay, now you're gonna mix 1 cup of ketchup, 2 cans of cream of celery in a bowl, and we're gonna pour it over the meat and vegetable mixture. You're gonna cook this on low for 8 hours, or you can speed the time up and cook it on high for 4. And it's a stew, so that's why there's no liquid down in this. It's just got the topping on top, and it will blend down in there as it cooks. And here is the end result after it's been cooking all day. We actually cooked it a lot longer than it needed to be. Okay, so there's dinner. Crockpot beef stew with the side of biscuits. Okay guys, so today's recipe is another crockpot one. It's a super easy recipe and it is a family favorite. I haven't actually made it in a really long time, but my family loves this. We like the Skyline chili places and the Gold Star and all that. This recipe is just like the sauce that you would get at those restaurants. So I'm going to show you how to make the Skyline chili sauce because we're going to serve it. You can serve it 3 ways. You can serve it on hot dogs, you can serve it on spaghetti, or there's something like you can serve it as chili, I guess. Or you can do a combination of some of those. It's really weird if you've ever eaten at one of those restaurants. But this is a awesome recipe. I'm going to make 2 batches of it so that way I can freeze some if there's extra for a later time because we like to go camping in the summer. So let me go ahead and get started with what we need. We're going to need I'm making 2 batches of it, so I'm doubling the recipe. If you weren't, just split this recipe in half. We're going to need 2 onions, 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Gonna need 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Gonna need 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Gonna need 2 teaspoons of ground allspice. But if you do not have ground allspice, which my store did not send it to me when I ordered it, you can use half of nutmeg, which I've got, with half of cinnamon and some cloves. Gonna also need 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 30 ounces of tomato sauce, so I've just got 4 cans, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You're going to need 1.5 cups of water. And then obviously if you make hot dogs, you'll cook your hot dogs or your spaghetti noodles or whatever you do. You can use it for both. Or you can do one night. If you make this double batch, you can do it for one night hot dogs and the next night spaghetti, so you have 2 meals out of 1 pot of this stuff. Okay, first thing we're going to do is brown the meat. Add in your onions. And then add in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Okay, this is done, so now I'm going to take this over and drain all this grease out, and we'll transfer this over to the crock pot. Now I'm going to add all the meat into this. And guys, I don't have any more of my crock pot liners, so I've sprayed the inside of this with cooking spray. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Two teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground allspice. I'm going to replace that with this recipe today with a teaspoon of nutmeg and some more cinnamon. And if you have cloves, add the cloves in place of it. Now add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now 3 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now the tomato sauce. I'm going to add 30 ounces of tomato sauce. Mine will actually be 32 because that's what my cans are. Just pour all that in. Now we pour in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Now we're going to add in 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to cover this and cook it on low for 5 to 6 hours or high 3 to 4. And we'll come back and see what it looks like when it's done. As it has been cooking all day on low. So now we're going to take off the cover. Shoo, I really wish, looking at the inside of this crock pot, that I had some more of those liners, because then this mess wouldn't be on there. It's going to take forever to get that off. So, my advice is to get crock pot liners and you won't have that mess. Over here, nothing fancy. I got these. I snuck the turkey franks in. I don't know if you saw my grocery haul. I said I was going to do it, because I prefer the turkey dogs over the regular hot. 2 packs of those. I'm just going to use a pot of boiling water and cook them on the stovetop until they're done cooking. And then we'll top the chili sauce on top of these. Then I'm going to come over on this side. I'm going to boil some water and put the spaghetti noodles in, so that way I can show you both ways of eating this chili sauce. Okay, so here are the 3 ways to serve the Skyline sauce. You can serve it on spaghetti noodles, spaghetti. You can serve it in a bowl, like chili with cheese on top. Or you can serve it on a hot dog with cheese and the onions on top. Okay guys, that's going to be all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and give this video a big thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. And check out Sarah's channel, Sarah's Realm. I'm going to have that link listed down below. So go over there, tell her I sent you, give her some love. And I will see you guys next time. I appreciate each person stopping by every single time they watch a video of mine. We appreciate it so much. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.